The dietary laws are found in Leviticus the 11th chapter and Deuteronomy the 14th chapter. The dietary laws are real simple for real, man. The main thing you got to stay away from in the grocery store nowadays is shrimp, crab, lobster, pork. You can't eat catfish. You can only eat fish that has scales and fins. So you can eat salmon, you can eat the perch and all that stuff, but crappie, whatever, you can't. But you can't eat anything that doesn't have scales and fins. A lot of our people love shrimp, crab, and lobster. That's just water bugs. They just water bugs. Like they're bottom feeders and they're scavengers. You're not supposed to be eating that stuff. You're not supposed to eat pigs, pork. Pork. A pig is meant to intake toxins. I don't know if this is true, but somebody told me that a venomous snake can bite a pig and it won't even die because it's meant to intake and absorb toxins. Pigs eat feces, they eat dead, decaying matters and corpse. That's like eating a roach or like eating a rat. That's really what that's like, man, if you eat pork. It's very unfortunate if people do that. But yeah, that's the dietary laws. It's simple.
Shalom Israel, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lalia, and this is the Empress of Royalties channel. I love that entrance. Anywho, let's get into it, right into it. I'm back with another video, and as you can see in the title, what I'm going to be talking about. So, I just want to give a little backstory on, as you can see the beginning of this video too as well. But I want to give like a little story on my experience with this. And so I remember like back when I was like, okay, I ain't gonna, well, back when I was dating a certain person, we used to go to this little diner, right? Afterwards, like in the morning, we would go to this little diner. And I would always have coffee. I would have my pancakes. I think I used to get pancakes or waffle. Probably pancakes, because I know I was a pancake fiend then. I didn't even like waffles back then. Like, I did like waffles, but not like that. But, yeah, and I used to have bacon. And I noticed, like, as you stop eating pork chops, because pork chops was like, one time I had a bad experience with pork chops, and I never ate them again. But I said, I'm going to just at least, I still like my bacon, you know what I mean? So I still got bacon. And I didn't know, like, the severity of pork. I didn't know that. I just didn't want to eat pork chops no more. And so, you know, the person was like, yeah, you need to stop eating bacon instead of that. And I'm like, nah, I love my bacon. So that was it, right? And so as I got older, I started realizing that it started coming back to me that, oh yeah, God sent out, when he cast out the demons in people, he sent them into the pigs. I guess well, I seen this clip where he said that the demons begged for him to put them into the pigs. And so that's when I stopped eating pork, I believe. Yes, I stopped eating pork because I realized that's what had happened. I'm like, okay, yeah, demons are in pigs. So if you eating a pork, you're eating, you're consuming that spirit into your spirit. So I stopped eating pork. And years later, just recently, I had a job, right? And I was working, and my manager came over to me, and he gave me something to eat, and he was like, here, you want this? And so I ate it, right? And then they had put me in prep. So in prep, you go to the back and you like prep all the food, right? So the person that was back there with me, he was prepping too. And he had happened to be cooking. Now I think, yeah, on prep, you had to in the morning you had to come in and you had to cook the bacon, right? This is why I'm glad I'm just out of that job, for real, for real. It was meant for me to, get out of that job. And so I knew me, even the smelling it was going to hinder me because I stopped eating pork for all these years. And as I'm smelling it, it just makes me cringe and it makes me sick. And I know that this is not clean to eat. And I hate that I'm cooking this for somebody else to eat it. And no, you're cooking this for people to eat. And so I didn't want that responsibility either on me. Like, I don't want to be blamed for people eating this stuff, right? So, because it says their blood could be on your hands. Like, you're going to be responsible for that. So I would come in the morning, I would cook the bacon, right? And so this particular day, I was in the back with the one that was working with me in the back for prep. And he had cooked a pork belly. It was this big ass pork belly, right? And I just knew, I said, oh Lord. So he put it in the oven. It was cooking. You could smell it cooking. And I'm in the back. I'm like, oh Lord. So my manager came and asked me, did I want here? He was like, here, you want this to eat, right? Because they always, like, if they cook something online and they'll share them with you or whatever. So I'm like, yeah. So I eat that, and so then it was time to pull out the pork belly I was cooking in the oven. So he pulled it out, and I just happened like walk over, because the way it looked like it was some good meat. Like, it was flavored, it was seasoned so good. So I wanted to look at it. I don't know why. I wanted to just look at it. And I went over there and I got a whiff of pork smell. Oh my God. Just thinking about it just makes me sick. I swear. And I'm not exaggerating or nothing, right? So, okay, so it goes on. Like, I say about an hour later, I immediately get sick as a dog. Like, sick. And I thought it was the piece of the what was it, a burger I think he had offered me. Yeah, it was a burger on like it was like a slider. And so I thought it was that, right? So I go to the bathroom. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom and stuff. And I go to the bathroom, I throw up, and I'm throwing up blood too with it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Did somebody just poison me? I thought he poisoned me. I'm like, this motherfucker that sat here and poisoned me, man. I'm not working for these people no more. And the job was demonic anyways. It was like a demonic thing at this job I was working with. I'm going to tell the story. That story, that's another story. So I'm going to tell that. And so I get back there and I'm like, and I'm trying to finish my job, but I couldn't. It just got worse and worse and worse, right? So I finally was like, told my manager, I'm like, I'm sick. I can't even stand. I gotta go home. I gotta get off. Can I please clock out? And he was like, just take a minute. And first he was like, just take a minute and just sit down and see if you could just, recruit or whatever. And I'm like, okay. So I tried that. It didn't work. So I went and I said, yeah, I gotta clock out. I gotta go. Man, I got back to where I was at and I went to go lay down. I was sick. I was like, my bones, my body, I thought I was dying. I swear to you, not like, my son was like right next to me, and I was like, because we was in a hotel or something I was staying in, and he was like right next in the other bed next to me, and I'm like, I couldn't move. I was like so sick, and I'm like, damn, I'm about to die. And I feel so bad because he's going to see me die in this bed. Like, he's going to be here witnessing his mom die in this bed. Because he knew I was sick as heck. He's like, dang. He was just minding his business on his phone and everything. But he was right there. And I'm like, I'm going to die. And I couldn't move. I couldn't do nothing. So I finally, got the strength up to, I had to, soak in a tub a few times. I had to rest. I had to drink a lot of pop. I don't know, for some reason pop, they say pop is bad for you, but some reason that shit helps me every time. Like, just drinking a lot of pop, it's something about it. especially ginger ale. But that acid or something just like pops me back into motion. Like, so yeah, so that's why I'm like eating what we eating, and I can see like there's like this big virus going around. It's in the food, man, that we are eating. And it might not, you might not get it right away. Cause sometimes, Satan protects his little minions. That's what I call them. His little minions. He protects them, and as long as you keep, cause he needs somebody to keep up with his agenda. And I know after this, I'm probably gonna get spells sent to me and all this crazy shit. Cause like I had the rest yesterday. That's why I haven't been. I'm trying to post every day. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, what was I saying? I was at So I'm like, oof, where was I at? Oh yeah, so it's in the food, man. I'm telling y'all, you might not get it right away, right? And because, like I said, Satan protects his people, that his little minions that he needs to send out his agenda, right? To keep his agenda up, right? So, and I believe like Father Yah allows Satan to do certain things, and he allows him to attack certain people, and he allows them to, protect certain people, I guess, because it is what it is. He sends out, he gotta weed out the evil against the good. So to find out which ones is, well, he knows about our hearts and everything, but so what you speak, you might can speak, oh, I'm this good person, I'm this, I'm that, but Father Yah knows everybody's heart and spirit about the things that you do anyway. So you're not fooling nobody but yourself, and you're fooling whoever's following you. So you leading them people astray. So I just know that I don't want to continue to lead people astray and have that blood on my hands. Now, what you do, like I said, like after this video, I bet you're just going to be, because they're watching, there's going to be so many people that's going to post up pork pictures and pork, that eating pork and all this crap, and they eating crab legs and shrimp and all them bugs that y'all want to keep consuming into y'all body. If y'all know what them damn things eat, they're scavengers at the bottom of the ocean. They're scavengers, and they're eating all the dead flesh. Like, say if somebody kills somebody and their bodies go, and they throw their body in the river, just like they was dropping all them bodies off in the airplane, and their bodies go in the river and they're at the bottom. Them things is eating off of that. Ugh. Dead carcasses, dead fish, dead stuff. The pigs, they eat the nastiest things they eat. It's just disgusting. And that's why you got to protect your body as well, because that's another thing. I said, like, two things that respect and not feeding me is the two things that I don't tolerate. But it's also, I can't deal with a man that eats certain things. That's gonna be all, you're checked off my list. If I was to date you, what else? The things he consumes in his body, the things he eats, the women if he sleeps around, like, that's a big thing, because I don't need that spirit, them different women's evil spirits entering me. No, That's why you gotta be very, very cautious out here. And I'm still learning. I am still learning more and more. Just like today, I just learned some more stuff. Like, I got a whole new, like, my mind is like opening up to a whole new thought process. Like, and I see why they say this is the awakening. This is where we waking up and realizing what is going on. These witches, they don't care. These witches and warlocks, they don't care. They're going to still do what they need to do, because they get powers out of doing what they do. So they're going to keep doing it. They don't care. But I know to stop, if you are trying to like better your life, and you're still going to go through things, because these witches and warlocks, they're going to use their powers to make sure you go through stuff, and Satan's going to make sure. But you got to protect your body and your energy by the things you do, and don't be listening to these certain witches and warlocks. Like, you can listen to them because they do say some kind of stuff. They speak the truth here and there because they gotta uh, deceive the person. So they're going to speak a little bit of truth, and then they're going to put all this other witchcraft and all this stuff in it. So be mindful of what you hear and what you see. And just like they said, you gotta walk that thing that they say, walk by faith and not by sight. Whoever came up with that is a damn fool. I'm sorry to say, because listen here, you got to see. I can see. I'm seeing where the hell I'm going. Excuse me. Heck, I'm going. I can see it. And I might not know like the direction all the way. So I'm still looking at the little map. But I'm going to see where I need to go. And I'm going to read the map and see it. Like, I see it. I can see. That's what Father Y'all gave you 2 eyes to do, is to see. You got to see where you're going. You can't go off about what you think half the time. No, you got to know. You got to see it. Yes, you can have faith. Yeah, you can walk by faith as well. You can have faith in Father Y'all's going to get you there, and as long as you see where you're going. So it should be walk by faith and walk in sight. That's what it should be. Because you got to see. And you know what I mean? So just be careful out here. And I'm going to put this little extra stuff in. This time I'm really going to do it, but put the clips in. Because the other ones, my phone, like I said, I don't got that much storage. And I got to wait till I get these 2 pieces for my camera and everything. So, yeah, this is the way I'm going to do it right now until I get those pieces. And, yeah, this time I'm going to upload. So, this video can't be that long. So, if you stayed at least this long, thank you, and I appreciate your view. If now I gotta get my momentum up, and I gotta get these comments coming. Like, come on now, like, comment. This is not easy as like TikTok, and you can get all the comments you want on TikTok, long because it's called promotion. Okay, once you do that, they're gonna see it, because that's the whole thing. It takes money, like I said, it takes money to make money. So you got to spend a little cash over it. But YouTube is different. You got to build your audience up from the bottom, right? You can't, there's no way you can promote unless you do the, stuff that people be doing. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean. But this is like, you got to build your community up. And I'm glad, one thing I'm glad about is that, my channel is not started off, I didn't build off my stuff with sexual content and, put my body out there. Like, I do a little something here and there, a little turn and twist or whatever, but I'm not like naked and, boobs all sitting up and all up in without no, all this is cut open and it's just up and up, and my ass on with no shorts on, with little shorts on or something, and bending over and all of that. Like, I'm glad I didn't promote my channel for that, and I didn't, and I'm gonna get into more of that too. And toxicity, like, I've noticed, like, you gotta be toxic. People love toxicity. And I don't want to build my channel off of that, because that's when you get all these demonic spirits. I mean, you get demonic spirits anyways, but that's what your vibe and your energy is going to attract. is that type of energy. And I'm glad I didn't do none of that. I don't want to build my channel off of negative energy. I want to build my channel off of positive. So anybody that comes in, it's going to be a positive vibe created. And yeah, so stay tuned. And till next time, shalom and peace.